Where's the woman? Tell the man to accept. Left him. If he required you calling him on that WhatsApp, call him now so that they can accept that. He has replied me. He said okay. Mr. Davidson, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Which country are you?
I'm in Denmark.
Denmark. Okay. So how is Denmark over there?
Very, very good. Very good, man.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. From the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice as an Advocate Center, I'll pay the solution out of Degoye. We have a case of family misunderstanding and wife abandonment reported by Ms. Ugozi for Bridget against her husband, Mr. Ndubisi Davidson, who is based in Denmark. Please join us as we intervene them for a peaceful resolution. Thank you. Okay, let's hear you out. What is the issue?
Good
Then
afternoon.
afternoon.
I don't have any issue, but I want to understand what has been going on. I've been married for the past 12 years.
12 or 2 years. I saw
12
2 years.
years, 12 years.
Okay.
And since 12 years, I can't account for a day that I was happy in that marriage. I met him. He was a very nice person. When I was with my auntie, he helped me out. We got married 2011. But when I came to this man as my husband, he never had a roof over his head, neither does he have money. I slept with this man in his shop. I slept on the counter. He made love to me on the counter. 4 a.m. I have to go behind the shop to bathe and come inside. Of three occasions, I was about to be bitten by a snake. All this happened until at a time we were even sleeping in the car. I slept in the car with him. When he got married to me, I told my people that he is not rich, yes, but he's not a lazy person. That they should remove the list and don't make the list buoyant like every other person. My things for my traditional marriage, I removed almost everything. My mom removed hers, my dad, my family members removed hers. The only thing he did was my bride price and the honor and the rest. Because I talked to my dad. I went to their place. They said I have to stay there for 1 month. I stayed in their village for 1 month, only for me to come back. There was no still house to stay. We were staying in his friend's apartment. He gave us one room to stay. I took him while staying in his friend's apartment. And me and him, I told him, let's do it like this. Let me go back to my mom since I'm now pregnant. And your friend, the way your friend is acting towards you, let me go back to my mom. Let me act that I am pregnant.
Mr. Andubisi, can you hear her?
Perfectly,
Okay.
man. I can hear her.
Okay. Okay.
Let me
Go
go
ahead.
back to my mom, act that I'm pregnant, and while you build up yourself. He said, no problem. I went back to my mom. All he does was gamble and gamble. I have to talk to one man called Mr. Odanes. Mr. Odanes keep talking to him because I was 7 months pregnant already and I was still in my mom's place. So he got a place at Ejibo. Last bus stop is Ejibo called Sanusi. I was 8 months pregnant then, but I was sleeping on a bare floor. God bear me witness, with all this occasion, I have for once never insulted him or used that against him till date. All I keep doing is reminding him of how we started, but all he keep doing is to tell me that it's because I'm an Aboki. I was born and bred in the north, that if he's a Lagos girl, she won't do that. And he only married me because he had issues. At that time, I was the only one that could agree to him. I didn't say anything. I left the first time from his house because I had low BP. Issues started. So many issues started. I don't know where it's coming from. My husband will not come back to the house. My husband will just blow out on me. And my son was barely 3 months. I was diagnosed of low BP. I was in the hospital. They called him that I slumped. They rushed me to the hospital. He came. Heaven knows what he said that made my mom shed tears. When I woke up, I was like, why are you crying? The doctor said, are you sure this man is your husband? I said, yes, he's my husband. The only thing I know was my mom removed the drip from me and took me home. She now called my dad that this is going beyond her. My dad said, for now, you people should come back. I don't know what happened. But what I did that he keeps holding it against me today was because I packed everything. I dashed it out. I didn't go with it. The things in the house, I dashed it out out of annoyance. I left. After 8 months, he came back. He started saying his people told him that because I gave birth to a boy, that he should be careful. If not, I will put him under control. That seeing the way he likes the baby boy and seeing the way he's happy that I gave birth to a baby boy, that I will put him under control. All that. I came back. Coming back, the same thing happened. The same thing happened. It continued like that. I took him for my second issue. I gave birth. My low BP continued. At the period while I was pregnant for my son, I know my second son, I know what I have to go through with him in that house. There was one period, a water flooded in our house, in our room. I knew the way he beat me up to wake me up, only to tell me that there is water, that I mistakenly opened water, but I was not the one. I now told him I didn't open water down. He was the one that went round to check that it was not me, that it was my neighbor that opened the water. But to my surprise, all he did was to tell her that it's a mistake. Every other person can make the mistake. So why
Go
lashing
to
out?
anybody.
Why lashing out at me? I kept quiet. I was sick. The nurse that came to the house that was treating me, in front of the nurse, all he could say was, money that he did not have, he's wasting it on something that is not important. I was diagnosed of low BP. He knows I have low BP. He knows how critical at times I get. So I got angry. I said I can't continue. The second time that I left, sincerely, I never wanted coming back to him. I said I don't want to die because I got married. But my dad called, keep pursuing me that for the fact that I have two boys, that it's what God wants. That is why the thing is like that. I told him that I can't go on. My brothers refused. My mom refused. My immediate senior said, you're going to go and meet something worse than what you've seen. And sincerely speaking, he was not wrong. I met something worse than what I saw before. He brings girl in the same house that he packed out. He got a new house, but not knowing that women lived in that house. He brought his woman that she was living in the house until I left. Until me returning, she left from the house, the same house I'm supposed to come back. I didn't see anything. One night after making love, one of his girlfriend called me that I should go through his chat. I will see everything that I need to see. I went through his chat sincerely that night. I cried and went to meet him. He said I'm disturbing him.
His girlfriend asked you to go and look his chats.
Yes, that I'm going
His own
to.
girlfriend.
Yes,
What is the reason?
that I'm feeling that I married a good man. That they keep telling him how I praise my husband. That should go and look at the chat. I said, how did you get my number? She dropped. I went to look at the chat. Man, what I saw, I shedded tears. I went to meet him. All he said was that he's going to leave the house for me. I told him, would you do this to me? After all we went through, what he did was that he left the room and slept in his car. I told my landlady upstairs, she reconciled us and told me to stay away from his phone. That was the day I stayed away from his phone. He got a house, an apartment at Festac. He started leaving me and the kids. Friday, he will leave the house and come back Monday. According to him, he said because I am problematic, that my problems are too much, that he leaves the house just for him to have a cool head. He comes back Monday from the house in Festac. All I do in that house is eat. He gets things, he buys things completely. Anything that is called food, I have, but I don't have this. But to the extent, if I go to meet my husband that I want to make love, my husband will ask me that I want him to fuck me, right? At times, he'll tell me he does not have strength. He will not make love to me. I know I can count how many times I make love to my husband in a month. I can count how many times he touched me. And when he wants to touch me, he's touching me as if I'm begging for it. And once he's satisfied, he
I'm
comes
coming.
back.
Let me do something. One moment. I want to get some points. Just a moment, Mr. Ndubisi. There's some points I want to get. The period in which both of you were having affair in a car and on that bench, have you married to him?
Yes, I was married to him.
You're married to him already.
When I was sleeping,
Go ahead.
when I was sleeping in the shop with him, I was not yet married to him. But when I was sleeping in the house, in his friend's house with him and in Ejiko, I was married to him.
When you're sleeping with him on the bench,
Yes.
he's not married to
No.
him. Both of you are Friday.
Yes.
What about the car?
I was married to him.
You're married to him.
Yes, ma'am.
In his own car or which
There's
person?
a car his friend brought in for him to sell.
Okay. Is it how did you meet him? Is it that he doesn't have a house?
He had a house, but he had issue with his business. My auntie that connected us learned that my brothers gave him my number. She now called me and said, Ngozi, be wise. I am not telling you not to marry him because I know you will think I don't want you to marry him. But he's with you right now because he does not have money.
Okay, did you have money then?
Me, I was doing my IT then.
So how we did not say he was with you because he didn't
He
have
was
money?
not, he was rich before.
You don't understand.
Okay.
Just finish just continue with your statements. I will
Okay.
ask you all that later.
So there was this period. In this period of everything happening, if I get pregnant, my husband will give me money, drive me to the hospital, and tell me to abort it or I should leave his house.
That was
For,
when.
when I was married to him, after my second issue, I aborted a child for him 5 times.
No, no, Mr. Andubisi, you don't do that. We are going to give you time to respond to all allegations. All you need to do, take a pen and paper and be jotting points that you respond to. Okay. Then, after marriage, you aborted five
Kids for
pregnancy.
him, yes.
How
And
many months?
there was one that was 2 months,
2 months.
yes. But
The
some
highest month is which
two
one?
months,
2 months.
yes, ma'am.
The rest are
One month or a week or 2 weeks. Because my body, I dictate it in time. And when I go for test, it will show that I am pregnant.
okay. Then did you go to which hospital?
Our family hospital,
Which hospital is this?
Joko Diola.
Joko
Diola,
Jola. Joko Jola Hospital.
yes.
Where is it
I
located?
got balance way.
Okay. Go ahead.
And 2000 and during the COVID 2000, I was very sick. I was pregnant for him. I was 3 months gone. He was aware of it. That period, he said I should leave. I begged him. I told him, let's leave this one. Let it be the last one. He said I should suit myself. I was pregnant with a child and I was very sick. I asked my first son, please go and tell daddy I am sick. He should come and drive me to the hospital. What my husband said was that he does not have that time, that since I did not come by myself to tell him that he's sick, he drove out. According to him, his excuse was that his market came in, but sincerely, he was not into importation. All what he did that day was his girlfriend was stranded, it was raining, so he has to go and pick her and drop her at the place of work. It was my landlady I called. She now called my neighbor in the house. Same neighbor he later tagged that I was having an affair with. He called the neighbor.
So you were having an affair with a neighbor?
Yes, with my neighbor in the compound. My
The same
landlady,
neighbor? You are
yes.
still living there?
Yeah, no, I'm no longer living there.
Okay.
So my neighbor and his fiancée took me to the hospital. All they needed was the card. My son gave them the card and they went upstairs and they drove me to the hospital. That they called my husband. But what he said was that they should just tell him how much the bill is, that he's not coming. I stayed a week in the hospital. Not his mother, not his siblings came to see me in the hospital. I called his younger brother to tell him what happened. I called his younger sister and told him that I'm in the hospital. I called his auntie and told them that I'm in the hospital. Look at what my husband said. They said, why would he act like that, that they would call him? There was one period they said he should get me hot water. He should get me hot water. But all he did was that he gave my landlady girl the hot water and transport and tell her to come to the hospital with the hot water. But she never knew the place. So my neighbor and his wife was the one that brought
Water.
the hot water for me in the hospital. I was like that period I had high fever. I was talking like a mad woman. I poo and pee on the bed in that same our family hospital. It was my neighbor's girlfriend that would come in the morning to clean me up or bathe me. Then if there is food, she will give me food. Then they will go back. In the evening, if I'm hungry, I either give the nurses my card or stand up by myself to go and get food.
That was when.
That was 2000 during
Which
the
hospital?
COVID. The same hospital, Joko Diola.
Well,
Then that period, my doctor called him and said, do you know your wife is in the hospital? He said yes. He said any bill, they should send it across to him that he's going to pay. I was not responding to treatment. I lost the baby because they gave me a strong antibiotics for me to come around. And the baby, I was pregnant for a twins. That pregnancy I lost was a twin. Only for me to come back from the hospital, I
you
find
lost the
that
pregnancy or you aborted?
no, I lost it. It was a miscarriage because of the antibiotics I was given. So only for me to come back from the hospital, I found out my landlady was asking me, am I sure that that baby is my husband's child? I said, why? That is my husband's child. Because she said he asked her. He said he's not aware that I am pregnant. And only for him to go around and he's saying that if that child was his, that it will not go out.
Mr. Andubisi, please, can you have your seat, please? Thank you.
I'm not comfortable with all this. I'm not,
Please, can
the,
you calm down so that you can listen to her, so that you can easily respond? You understand? Because if you are not calm, you may miss out
all
some points.
this, I'm sorry to cut you short. All these are make up. I was prepared when somebody said the truth. When you
Don't
tell
worry, let her finish. Let her finish. We'll give you your time. Go ahead.
So that period, I told my dad that I don't want to marry again. Him himself told me that whichever country I want to be, if it's Ghana, I should tell him so that he will send me and the kids there to stay. I told him fine. If it's Ghana, it's fine. That I need us to do this thing on a neutral ground. That I need a divorce. I've told him, asked him of him many times that I want a divorce from him because he keep making mention that I am only in his house because of the children. If not, I'm not going to be in his house. And that his mom is what is making me be in his house. If not, he will have divorced me long ago. So my dad and my people came around that period. That's 2000 after the COVID, before my birthday, that's before October, they came around and they resolved us. They asked him if the same thing I'm saying was the same thing I said. But I asked them to ask him that the baby I lost, was it his or not? He did not answer. They settled us, we continued. After a while, the same thing broke up again. But the next thing that I understand was him going around and saying, I am having an extramarital affair. He called my dad, he called my brother to that. He called my dad. My dad called me and said, I can go to any length, I can go anywhere to swear. Marty dates, as I'm speaking to you, he can take me anywhere to swear. If there is any other man, or if any man have seen me or have slept with me, they should do whatever they want to do till as I'm sitting down. I told him. So my dad told him he should take me anywhere he wants me to swear. He said it was in their Obi. I'm going to go and swear in their Obi. I said, no problem. My dad asked him, he gave a date. He told me that I was going to go to swear. I said, no problem. I waited for that period. Nothing happened. And I left. He opened up a shop. The shop he opened, I thought I was going to be the one to stay there. But he employed people, saying that I am not capable to manage that place. The same shop, after 1 month or 2 months, the people he employed, the girl in question said because of molestation, she stopped working. She didn't even tell him she was stopping work. She only left her key with her brother and left for the village. The boy, the same thing. Only for him to say I should resume that place. I was happy because I was tired of sitting at home. I resumed there. A week me resuming there, I found out from a girl that he was asking out, that my husband said that we've been divorced for 7 years, that he wants to remarry and he wants to marry her. Her name is Favor. She works for my neighbor. I said I was divorced. He said yes. This was the same thing he told one sales girl in the market, Amaka. He was going out with her, not knowing that he was going out with her. Me and I didn't even know. At times I call her to help me buy food, and I didn't know she was sleeping with my husband. The day I found out, I confronted her. She said my husband said that he traveled for his uncle's burial, not telling me he was coming back, only for him to find another man with me in the bed in his house. I asked him, he denied it. But that was what he said. The same thing came again with this girl, with Favor, a sales girl next.
How did you get to know that your husband is having an affair with them?
With who?
With the favor and the other person,
Favor told me,
just like that.
yes,
You just walk up to you and say the
yes.
husband is having an affair with her.
I told him. He said he was going to confront her, but I told him.
They have already started going out.
Yes, I don't know.
Then all of a sudden she came to you, your husband is going
That
out
as
with
I
her.
started the shop, I told him,
Eh?
yes. But
You are
the
not answering my
Amaka,
question, you just say you told them. How did you get to know is what I want
she
to know
walked
first.
up to me and I did not reply to her. I only told her no problem. Within me, what I said was my problem was with my husband, not with her. I told her thank you. And I came to the house. I told him, babe, look at the rumors that is going around. He said, who told me? I said, Favor did.
That is going out with him or
Yes.
he's making advance at her.
That he wants to pay her bride price. That he's asking her to marry. Asking her to marry him. That he wants to go and see his people. That he has been divorced for 7 years. The same thing he told one lady he calls Ototo, that have not been staying with him, that we've been divorced for 7 years.
So why are you searching what your husband is telling everybody up and down?
I'm not the one searching.
So how do you then now
it's
come?
when
So
I-
everybody are they sisters? How can now everybody call all the women that he has have anything to do with them?
The Amaka
All of them will
own.
be coming to you. Did you go to social media to announce?
No.
If you have ever have anything to do with my husband, come and
No.
tell me.
No.
Are they siblings?
They are friends. They are friends
How?
with him.
The three of them.
Yes.
The three of them, they are friends.
No. Ototo and my husband is friend.
Uh-huh.
And the girl that came to the shop to tell me, which is Favor, said because she does not want me to see her and her husband, what she calls him is his surname. I said, me, I don't have problem. That my problem is not with you, is my husband. I have problem. The only person I called, because his brother told me, his cousin told me about her, was Amaka. Amaka was his cousin that told me about Amaka. His name is Kinsley. He's the manager. He told me that they keep coming to the, and I called Amaka. Amaka said, but ma, he said you're no longer living with him for the past 7 years. I said, I am still in his house. I'm telling you this because we chat with her. Well, I'm still her friend on WhatsApp. I still have her number.
Why are you belittling yourself to go and be chatting with somebody that is sleeping?
I didn't
with your
even know
husband?
she
What
was
do you think you
sleeping.
want to gain from that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I didn't know until Kinsley told me. I told Kinsley it's not true. So this one that now happened was that he said I was having an extramarital affair with his friend. And I now called his friend, Andy. Why would you tell my husband that I'm having an extramarital affair with you? He said him. I said that was my husband is saying I have an extramarital affair with you. Am I having an extramarital affair with you? He said no. I said no. I just dropped. The wife called me and said, what is she hearing? That the husband. I said, me too, that's the same thing I'm hearing. I told her, but that
The wife of the man
yes,
called you.
Yes.
People have tension.
She's my friend. So
Okay.
that one passed. He was about to travel. I know he was doing visa. He said, let's do that family visa. He gave us money to do passport. Our passport came out and every other thing. The day he was going to Abuja for his own, the shop I was managing, from there I pay school fees. I buy foodstuffs because he never had.
Who opened the shop?
He was the one that opened the shop. That was the shop he opened that I was telling him from. So he told me to give him money for transport and every other thing. I did because I was happy if he traveled. At least all these things he will be busy because he plays gamble a lot. I told him that at least if you're there, you will not be playing gamble and Every,
Okay, that place is a house of gamble. The gamble is being introduced by the Westerners.
no,
So what makes you think if he's there, he cannot play gamble?
because he will be busy and
Mm,
knowing where he's coming from and how he left. So for me to come back one day, find out that he has left.
okay,
He left. I didn't know he was leaving.
out of Nigeria.
Yes, I didn't know he was leaving. I came back, he was not there. House rent expired, shop rent expired. I now called, he didn't pick. And now there was one man, I said, please, can I use your number to call? He said, what? I said, nothing. I want to use his number to call somebody. He now called my husband. I said, just form that is a wrong number. Just if he picks, that's all what I want. He now picked. The person said he's calling from US. That is he speaking to Mr. Patrick? He now said, no. I had my husband first. I now told him to drop. I called back, he didn't pick. I called him on 3 occasions. He didn't pick. Only for me to later find out that he has traveled outside the country. I now called the dad and I asked the dad, did I do anything to him that he told him and that he's not telling me about? The dad said, no, what happened? And I told the dad, look at what's happening. So the dad said that he's tired of this our marriage. Ma, they evicted me from the house. My landlord keep calling him for house rent. He said he cannot pay house rent for a bad woman than a bad woman. Shop rent, the same thing. So all I did was my dad called my landlord to give me till 18th so that I can pack out. The 18th, I never had fund for rent. I packed into my auntie's house with my kids so that depending on when they finish their exam, my son will be writing my son will be writing his common entrance on the 22nd so that he can write his common entrance from there. So when they closed from school, I never had where I'm staying. I was staying with my auntie. I now took my kids back to my mom. I came back. The only thing I sold in that shop, sincerely, was the furnitures, the glass, the this thing, as still man
Shop or house?
shop. I didn't sell anything from the shop, from the house. I just packed it out. I didn't sell anything. The goods are still intact, are still with
What
me.
kind of goods?
Perfumes, they are still with me. I didn't sell anything. I didn't sell the shelves. I didn't sell anything from the shop. I made it and I raised money and I packed in and packed the goods inside the place. Only for 2 weeks ago, he sent his brother to the same shop because my perfumes are still there. Me and the guys were working. I'm still in that shop. I didn't come because I was not feeling fine. Only for them to call me and said that my husband sent his brother and my husband was on a video call telling them, do they know who he is? That he is Blogu's brother, that he's in Spain as he's speaking to them now, and that he has money, that since they want case, that he's going to give them case, that his brother has money, and that he's going to lock up the shop. And so they were telling him, we don't know you. If you're having issue with your wife, sort it out with your wife. We don't even know what is happening. I didn't tell anybody in that line what is happening. The only person that knows what is happening is only Madam Promise and her husband. But every other person in our plaza know nothing about our relationship. But his brother started harassing the boys and started telling them that if they are the ones that traveled outside the country and their wife packed everything he has and left to go and gallivant, how would they feel? I was angry. I called the dad and said, look at what the boy came to the shop to do. The dad said, am I sure? I said, yes. So the dad called the boy to order. All these things have never come to human rights, but because of this one that he has started sending people at me, that was why I came to report him. Nothing more.
Which people is this sending to?
His brothers. He sent that his brother that night.
The one that went to the shop.
Yes.
He sent him again, or that
No,
very
that
one?
very day. That was after that day. 2 days later was when I came to report.
But you said your father-in-law intervened in the matter.
Yes, he told me that he was going to call the boy to order. But me, with all this thing that is happening, I only come to tell him he should please. He said, and again, there's something that is I am even surprised. Before he left, his first wife, he was saying thank God his father did not collect her bride price, which means he's still married to her and I'm not aware. And that as tradition demands, the daughter that he should get from another man that is his child. So since he's still married to Amaka, he should just let me go so that I will not die of low BP. I don't want to have issues anymore. He has moved on. He should let me go.
Did you people have did a court wedding?
Yes, we did court marriage. We did court marriage with him. And me, with all the court marriage, I am not asking for anybody to divide any property. I don't want his property. I don't want anything. But he should just
No,
let me.
because you are asking that they should allow you, you should divorce you. That's what I'm asking. But
Yes,
if
ma'am.
it's traditional marriage, you don't. It doesn't warrant much stress.
We did
Okay,
court.
let's hear from him. We sound basic. Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, please can you respond to what she said?
Yeah, I really don't need to. I think the problem here is lack of communication. You understand? The woman I married, um, a nice person, but along the line now, the friends is speaking, and some of one amongst my brothers never liked me, and his name is George. So, in fact, as I was getting married now, that one called me and said that you don't, this guy, you don't deserve my sister. I want you to marry my. I said, why, bro? He said that he's talking about.
I barely
So
hear what you're saying.
let me see. Okay, you can hear me now.
Okay, yeah, a bit, yes.
So yeah, yeah. I married Mrs. Ngozi Vitus for 2000 and came around 2011 October. Then time 12, I married her. Then time 13, she gave birth. And I think the first issue was February 2013. So along the line now, financially I was not comfortable. I was not okay. So the mom and the father separated. They made things easy for me, even during the marriage, you know. And sometime after the birth of the boy, the mother came around. So what I see as the problem with my human being, one is malice. She keeps malice. You understand? Malice keeping. And two is she likes
One is
taking
what?
huh? Malice
She
keeping,
keep
malice
malice.
keeping. Yes, malice keeping. Then okay, now let me it's a whole lot, but let me pick the point, the basic point. So we don't spend the whole day talking about this. So it happened that she was sick, and then I do my little trade in Lagos Island. So anytime she's not happy with me, she wouldn't talk to me. Anytime she's not happy with me, she wouldn't talk to me. And now, when somebody sees you in the morning, she doesn't greet you, she doesn't talk to you, how would you know the person is not fine? All these things, any word I say, did I say whatever happened? There is God. May I not live to see tomorrow? If I say anything to lie against her, I don't know what she has made up her mind by saying. Some of the things she said are true, but 70% are lies. So that fateful evening, I came back then where at a buffet. I'm hitting the point that she said she wasn't feeling fine. Then I came to the hospital. I made a comment that the mother never liked. I'm trying to pick them one by one. So I came back from work. I thought the house that there was a mini flat, a room and a parlor. So I came back from the market, Lagos Island. Lagos Island is a quite distance place, you know. So I came back. I visited the mom and we visited. But I noticed me and Ngozi had small class over the weekend. So, so she didn't greet me. I was like, I came back from work now.
Can
My
you
wife,
face your camera? Can you face your camera and talk into the camera so that we can pick your voice?
okay.
Because you
So
are
I
talking
was like,
beside.
okay, you can hear me now, huh?
Yeah, yes.
So I came back that day. So my wife didn't greet me like, welcome, or how today now. There was nothing like that. But all I remembered was we had small argument. Anytime we have argument, it picks up a malice. So I said, okay. Then the next morning, I never knew she wasn't feeling fine. I left for Ireland. I left for the market. So I was on my way to the market. I think I was around going to the island because if you start to, you need to enter bus from Ojulo where you go to Oshodi, then from Oshodi to Temet, So I was at Oshodi, then my phone rang, and the person who called me was a friend in the compound. Her phone. I said, with my dad, with her friend used to use her phone to call me. I think they thought like I said, she now said that they're in the hospital, that my wife is not feeling fine. I said, in the hospital. But my wife did not even tell me before I left this morning. Even the mother did not even tell me before I left this morning that now, wow, oh, now I left Oshodi. I left the island of Australia. I ran straight to the hospital, to the hospital. So I got there, I saw my wife taking this, I saw the mom. Then I said to the mom, Mama, why are you people doing like this? You could know that this my wife is not feeling fine, and you could not tell me. Now I have done all this. What of if it's something that my phone could not ring or something? Let us do things so that there should be no blame. That was what I told the mom. Forcefully speaking. Then the mom got angry and said, am I talking to her like that? Sometimes she has a son like me. I said, I kept quiet because I'm a very sensitive person. I kept quiet. So all I could know that they showed me the money. I really ran the bills. I paid. Then I finally were discharged and they went home. Then I followed them home. We paid it because I was not having enough money. So it's as if I go out every day to make daily daily money. So the next morning now I left for Ireland. So I came back in the evening now. In the evening around 8, I entered my house. I saw the door open. The door open. I saw the person was no more there. And the matter was carried away. The whole pot was away. In fact, this is a shameful thing that I'm saying is because it's as if one is washing his basic linen in the public. But I have to say it so that all the negative things that said about me, so that we know where we are going. So everything. So the house was as if you packed into a new house, into a virgin house. There was nothing there. It's just the big phone. I remember the mattress. So I entered, I said, what happened again? I called her number, her phone was off. I called the mom's number was off. I called my brother-in-law. He has a brother that we are close, that we
You
are
are
very
really
close.
that fine. You are trying.
Huh?
No, not you. Go ahead.
So he has a brother that we are very close. His name is Ken. I called that one. I said, bro, how far now? I came back, I didn't see your mom and your sister. He said, no, he now said that he will check, he will call and get back. I said, okay. Then I also told him that I had to call uh, uh, Papa also, so that it will not look as if I'm keeping hierarchy.
This one, is this the hospital thing that you are talking?
Yes, yes, yes. The very first place. Because I have to pick the point. I have to pick it. You
Maybe I
understand?
can help you ask you the question, because if you take only hospital things for hours, and so how would you respond to other?
Oh, no. I'm from, it's better I say, because she had a lot of time talking. You understand? So I have to say, you know?
And if you are picking any point, that point to summarize it the same way she
Okay,
summarized all what she said, because
okay,
you are not summarizing it. That is what I'm saying. If you pick any
okay,
point, summarize it, because we
okay,
cannot hear
okay.
when you drive there, you come back, you open gate, somebody sit there, you ask the person, hospital say this. No, no, there's
No,
no.
no. So as it is, I now said, okay. Then I called the father. We started talking again. Then the father now said, I have to call the brothers and the sister and appeal to them that the mother said I insulted her in the hospital. I said, no, I did not, that I was only angry. Then I did all those ones. I did all those ones. Then eventually they said I had to come. I have to from Lagos to the north. I went to Bauchi, and I went to Bauchi. They said I have to look for a hotel and stay. After then, the next day they will invite me to their family house. I stayed in the hotel. Then the next morning they called me. I went. I saw them and we had a meeting. They said whatever has happened has happened. That they just wish it's not going to happen again. I said okay,
Is she
fine.
from the north?
Yeah, she was born and brought up in the north. She was from the north. She came to visit me before we married. Yeah.
How did you find out? Where did both of you meet?
So So I now appealed to them. I begged them that okay, if I've insulted your people's mother, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen again. That I will not talk to her, even if it's any, if I have any challenge in the marriage, because I understand that yeah, it kind of sides. There's this side taking I sense. So then she came back. We were staying after 2 years. After 1 year again, she gave birth to my second boy. Good. It was all good. So we're staying. Then the day she gave birth, the day she gave birth, I had applied for a France visa interview. So I went for the interview. Then the day she gave birth. I think it was on like on a Thursday or Friday or something. But I had the visa interview on Tuesday in Lekki. So it happened that, and I told her that, babe, listen, your mom will come, yes, but I want us, let me plan it so that we won't have issues as we had before. I don't want her to see me as a bad person. Unknowing to me that my wife had made an arrangement with the mom to even be on the way coming. So I was on my way to the embassy. Then my wife called me and said that her mom is at Maza Maza. I said, how come you didn't? But I told you there's a way we do it that there wouldn't be issues. And she said that all this,
Okay, Mr. Andubisi, hold on.
okay,
Just like I said, you are not good in summarizing, and we are
okay,
not ready to do all that.
okay. Ask
The
me.
question I want to ask you,
Mm,
when she was at the hospital, were you
mm.
paying visits or you are not? Just I am not. This is the reason.
I don't know the particular hospital. I don't know because she goes to hospital often. Which of them? Let me not. Let me be specific.
The one she said, okay, that did let me ask from the beginning. Were you
Okay.
actually having affair with her inside car and on top of bench
Ma. I married I love my wife. Yes, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that.
for how long?
Even I think like 2 or 3 days in the shop. Then after the shop, in the car. Then after the car, then I got a friend. I got after the car, I got a partial apartment in Meko's place. Then from Meko's place, my friend now asked us to come and stay with him.
Which of the shop where you are doing business?
Yeah, because I had a supermarket before. I had a supermarket before. As I started at 7, I had a supermarket in Agapala Square. So as I had the issue business-wise, the shop was partially with me.
Okay.
Mm.
The second one, did you actually take her to go and abort baby 5 times?
No, ma.
Please, you are disturbing me. I don't know who you called your number. You are calling me. You are disturbing this program. Can you please stop? How many times did you take her for an abortion?
I never did for once, but I was away for twice. I
Eh?
never I never took her for once. I never took her to anywhere for abortion for once, but I was away for 2 times.
You were aware that she went for an abortion.
2 times, yes.
Why? Why did she go for an abortion? You are her husband. If you are aware and you never took her there, why did you encourage abortion? Is abortion legalized in Nigeria?
I did not encourage it, and I did not, after she had the second child, I said, babe, I said, yes, I said, I think we have to hold on a bit, let things stabilize financially so that we don't bring our children that will end up suffering. That my mom gave birth to nine, and I saw how we suffered in growing up, that I want our children, I want the best for our kids. So we had the mutual agreement that we have to hold on. After maybe we'll have more in the future. So along the line now, it was only twice I know that I was aware, 100%.
So what led the twice that you are aware? What led to that?
Okay, the 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 first one she tried aborting it. No, the
Can you
last one
face
she
your
tried
camera?
abort. Okay, the last one she let me remember well. The last one she tried aborting it. That one could not work. Then she now said, "Can she have it?" I said, "Yes, okay, you can go ahead, but just be happy." Along the line, she lost the pregnancy. Then the first one was that she took a certain pill that she not on her own. She noticed that she was pregnant, and I understand that she was afraid of telling me. So she was on the process of trying to abort the child before got I got to know about it.
I can't get you.
Okay, the very first one, what I believe that happened, what I noticed that happened, she never told me that she was pregnant. It was after a while she said that her body is doing her somehow. I now believe that I now sense that she has been hiding it, that she was pregnant. And now said, okay, what is next? She said she has been trying to get rid of it, that she has been taking some Lipton or something. I try to remember very well that is not working. I said, okay, so what do you want? She said she wants to go to Baba. That the Baba is the owner of the hospital. Then she went to Baba. The two I categorically remembered well.
So you are aware that she has been aborting your children. One, two, at least you are aware of two. She said five. You are aware of two.
Am I aware
Then
of
you
two?
keep on
No, no,
having,
no.
hold
The,
on.
the first one aborted, but the second one, the second one, the pregnancy was lost. But that was after we had.
Okay, if you don't want your wife to have kids, why are you having unsafe sex with her? Because you are the one sleeping with her. The pregnancy did not just come as a magic or miracle. You are having affair with her and you don't want children. Why are you having affair with her or safe sex with her? Is there no condom? Is there no family planning? Why were you killing innocent children and you are the one depositing it inside her? Did you travel out of Nigeria without her consent, without informing her?
Okay, ma. Okay, and yes, I have to like I said before. I don't lie, especially when it has to be two people because you don't know where you meet yourself tomorrow. Now, this is what happened. There are three attitudes you do I don't like. Hello, ma.
Are with you?
One is I told her, babe, whenever I want to go out, tell me that this is where I'm going to. Babe, there's no place to tell me you want to go to. Even if you want to go and see anybody, just try and lie to me that, but you want to go to, if it's that area of Ireland, tell me that you want to go to Ireland and something. Maybe on your way coming, you buy one thing and let it be proven that you went to Ireland. I begged her. I actually overheard her talking. I begged her. I said, babe, please, whenever you want to go anywhere, tell me so that if anything happens, I should have an idea of where you go. So if anything happened to you now on the way now, your father or your brother will call me, what will I have to tell them? I begged her that. Then there was a day, the most recent what happened that got me angry. She left the house. We were also in the house in the morning, around 8, 9. She left the house. Said she was going to the shop. Said to the shop, said yes. I said, okay, fine now. She left. I believed she went to the shop. So after an hour, I said, let me, instead of me to be at home, let me go to where I learned how to drive truck. And I needed money for transport to go to that place. That place is bloody poor. So, do you know, I came to the shop. I came to her shop. If anybody is lying, if I'm lying, may I leave not to see tomorrow? I go to my wife's shop around 10 o'clock. I didn't see my wife. I stayed there. I saw
10 a.m. or 10 midnight.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. I'll give you phone numbers to call to contact. I'll give you some numbers. You know, I sent some. I'll give you some numbers to call, kind of confirmation. You find out because I had a lot of allegation now. So I got there. I stayed from morning till evening, 5:36. I didn't see my woman. Then after 6:10, 6:20, I left for the house. I went to the house. I was at home. She came back around 9:30. I said, babe, where do you go? She said she went to Bread Fair. I said, babe, you didn't go to Bread Fair. And meanwhile, because I used to be in Bread Fair, I have friends. I have people who know her as my wife. I said, babe, you didn't go to Bread Fair. Where do you go? She got angry and stood up at me. I said, what is this? Why are you doing like this? Then I said, okay, hence you cannot explain to me where you went. I called the father. I called the father. The father, maybe you can confirm because he's a mature man. He is an elderly man. So what if he talks ill, negative about me? He gets false witness about me. Of course, he has children. He has my mates. So she stood up and I said, okay, hence this shop is making you not understand that you're a married woman. Give me the key. Let me be going to the shop. I went to the shop first day. Her friends now came and was like, boss, are you the one? I said, yes. So I said, they say your wife can come. I said, she's at home. Blah, 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 blah. After that, they opened up to her friend, Madam Promise. They opened up to her friend, Madam Promise. Then Madam Promise stepped into the matter and said, bros, truly, you came to the shop and you saw me that day. I said, yes. But why would my wife not tell me where she's going? She said that she was sorry
That
that
was your reason. That was your reason of not telling. I said,
no,
learn to
no, no. I'm
summarize.
telling
We
you
don't
what.
have enough. I don't even know how you should understand that. You want to tell somebody a whole story of what you talk about. You and your neighbor discuss this and that. You're a
No,
man.
but
A man
you
don't
have,
talk too much. You don't elaborate too much. You
yeah,
summarize the topic and give it greasy.
okay. But I've succeeded in telling you one of the reasons why. Then the second reason was that each time she comes to the house, she will put her phone on silent. I said, babe, this one, there was a time I came back home in the night. I came around because my tool, there it was raining, so I trekked from my rubber junction. So I said, I got home. I was calling my wife to pick call. My wife didn't pick call. I had to jump the fence to enter the house. I was calling her phone. Her phone was actually under her pillowcase, but it wasn't engaged out. I said, "Babe, stop putting your phone on silent. It's not good for you." Then a week to the day, I went to Abuja. A neighbor staying upstairs came and was knocking. I said, "Let me go and open the gate." I went and opened the gate. And then after 2 days again, I said, "Babe, give this woman your phone number. So that when she come, she will call you. You open the gate for her." And she said, "Okay." She gave the woman her number. Then the woman came again after 2 days or thereabout, was calling her. My wife's phone was on silent. The woman called 18 times. Then I said, who is this woman knocking at? Who is this person knocking at the gate? As I was going to the gate, I saw that. I said, no. Let me ask my wife, babe, where is your phone? She now said her phone is that she plugged it. I went to her phone and I saw the woman's call 18 times. I said, babe, why are you like this? Is it because you think I don't have money again? Why are you like this? Stop, you are a married woman. Stop doing things that people will be suspecting you. I have some phone numbers I will send to you to confirm. I have my landlord's number. He has treated this matter. I can send you the father's number. I can send you her friend's number.
What are, the numbers are for what?
No, so that you ask them, maybe you try to get some useful information about all this and things. So after that day, I got angry. I said, babe, why are you like this? What she said was that all the while I was living in Festa carrying women, did anybody complain? I said, babe, so I said, this one you're talking about, so it's a deliberate thing. Why are you trying to make me feel bad? You know, I was angry. I was bitter. I said, why on a good day, what's the problem? Why leaving your phone on silent? Get home. Then it happened that I got a call. I got a call on a Thursday that I have to come, that I have to look for the money and pay up for the visa. Because the visa, our agreement was 4 million. And
Is she
my
aware that you are doing visa? Is she aware that you are
yes,
doing
yes,
visa?
even I tried doing for the family.
Eh?
Yes, even I tried to be doing, yeah, yes, she's aware now, she's aware.
When you got the visa, did she know that you had visa already then?
Yes, 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 she knows.
But you did not tell her when you were traveling.
Yes, yes. I did not tell her because of that she did at last. That thing she did by keeping her phone on silent. And I told her, she said, all the while I was enjoying myself, did anybody quarrel me? That was the anger I had with me. That was why I didn't tell her I was traveling.
How long
And
have you traveled now?
okay, this is the today is the third month.
Third
And
month.
yes, and all the while she thought I traveled. I was in Abuja. I was in Abuja a week. I can have the ticket and okay. This is the hotel reservation.
Are you in the hotel?
No. This is the hotel reservation for the visa or for the flight I took. This is the date. You see, it's 21st. 21st. You see, it's 21st.
Take it back a little.
Okay. You see the hotel reservation.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Auntie, Madam, this hotel reservation, you get it 2 days before your flight because I traveled on 23rd.
Of June.
No, of May,
May.
June, July, August. So today, 23rd, is the 3 months of my stay in Europe. So now another thing she's saying is that she called me 2 times. I did not call. To God who made heaven and earth, she called me only once with her number. And that day was the night I was traveling to Abuja. If she had called me more than once with her number, may I leave not to see tomorrow?
You can't say that maybe with her number, right?
Yes, with her number.
It's okay. You don't like listen to me. One thing we don't know. Nobody should compare you to be taking oath and be swearing and swearing and swearing. It's not good because you
No,
don't even know when you may wrong this way. And devil will just say,
yes, it
hello,
hurts
Mr. Who did
when
you
you
say
lie on
welcome?
somebody. It hurts when you lie on somebody. I calmly listened to everything she said. thirty
Hold
percent
on.
were true, 70% were lies. Okay, okay,
Hold
okay.
on.
I don't take care of you. I don't take care of the children. And we've been together since 2016 to 2023.
Okay, why
Okay,
are you sending your brother? Hold on, listen to me, sir.
okay, man.
Why are you sending your brother after her?
No, you see, no, man. I did not send my brother after her because I had somebody called me that they are now, is my wife selling cotton now? I would send you the pictures. I said, is my wife selling cotton now? Because I don't, my wife don't sell cottons. I said, no. Ah, I called a neighbor. He have two neighbors. I called a neighbor, said, please let me look inside. The black man look inside. Who is there? That one now said, a man. In fact, the man, but in the evening time, there are always two men there. I said, because my wife called me once and told her friend that she will never call me again. And her friend now sent me WhatsApp voice notes that wait till you do your wife, wait she said she will not call you again. She said, oh, I don't call me again. And I was in Abuja then, though. I was in Abuja then. And I said, why would my wife say this kind of thing? And truly, I was in. Last time she called me, I was in the bus. Now the battery was 7%. I was expecting the call of order, the man I'm going to meet. So I had a man that if I get Abuja, I will call and I will call and return the call. But the next morning, I charged my phone. I saw the voice notes. I got angry. That when will my wife swear that over her dead voice she will call me again? I got angry and I said,
You
okay, when she said she won't call me again, I will not call her. That was another thing that made me not to tell her I'm traveling out. I'm traveling already.
you were married before.
Yeah. I was married before, but the marriage is over.
The marriage is over.
Yeah.
Have you collected
I
your
was.
diary there?
Yes. Everything is over, both traditionally and otherwise. Yeah,
Eh?
I actually married in 2010 October. Then
Stop shaking because you did not go there. Your own fool your body. You are shaking here. Did you follow him to go and marry the woman?
me,
I'm asking you.
My
me,
God, the
Did
dad.
you go? I asked you question.
I called the dad
You
and
call
said
who?
the dad and said, look at what Genesis is saying. He said they returned bride price, they did not return. That all he knows is I'm the one that is his wife. That if Ndubisi and Amaka are still on, that they should continue. But he does not want to see her in their family house.
man,
That was what the
man,
dad said.
man, man, man. See, man, I got married in October 2010. Then I was not based 100% in Nigeria. I was based in Spain. I was staying in Spain. So then after the marriage, a month after, on my way to Spain, I had issues that I
Are
was
you still married to? I don't need all this story. Okay? I have
no,
other people to
no,
attend to.
no,
Are
no.
you
I'm
still
not
married
still.
to that person?
No. I don't even have her number. I'm not still married to her. They returned her bride price. How can
They
I
have
marry
returned her
somebody?
bride price.
Yeah, sure. Yes. She
Did you
can come
people
and tell
have
her friend
children
that.
together?
Ma? No,
Did
no,
you and
no.
Amaka have child together?
No. The baby was not mine. The baby was, she gave birth in 2012. And we stopped and we dissolved the marriage in 2010. So the baby
Okay,
was
did you tell your wife that you are just leaving her in the house? She's just stayed there because of your kids. That
Ma?
who you want to settle with is Amaka. Did you tell
No,
her
no, no,
out
no.
of annoyance or anything?
Yes, 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 yes. Out of anger. Because at times, ma, sometimes, some 3 months, for 3 months, my wife won't greet me in the house. You know, she
Eh?
has said all the ones, all the negative things. She has said all the negative things I did. Go the ones I did. You know that at times we'll stay in the same house. My wife will not greet me good morning for 3 months. She won't talk to me. We'll be keeping malice.
And maybe because, well, individual way of
You see, now, sir, this woman you see now has suffered herself a lot because of the breaking communication.
did
She
you
has
encourage the communication? If
ma,
there is two wrong cannot make right. Because if you are in a relationship and you don't study your spouse, you can stay there for 1 million years. It will still be as if you people have not known. You
ma,
see, somebody,
ma, the, the thing is, did she take me as her husband? Because you need
did
to,
you take her as your wife?
of
Did
course,
you
yes,
yourself, how?
yes.
Explain how. How did you take her as your wife?
If how I took her as my wife, eh? Are you asking me if I took her as my wife?
You say she did not take you as her husband. Then I'm asking you, you that is expecting her to take you as her husband, did you also take her as your wife? You
Then
said
I
yes.
told you
Then I
yes,
say
yes, yes.
explain how you take her as your wife.
Okay, because uh, she takes care of the children. Then I take care of her. I I I fend for her, shelter wise, feeding wise.
Hello, hello, can I hear you? You do what?
I provided shelter for her.
You pick her from dustbin,
I
or
said I
you pick
provided
her
shelter.
from
I
inside
provided shelter.
forest.
Ma?
You pick her from inside forest, right?
No, 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 no. I didn't say so.
When you said you provide shelter for her, are her parents living inside ocean,
I
or they
didn't
are
say so.
living inside bush?
I did not say so, ma.
Okay, so you married a woman living in your house. You are doing her favor for her staying in that house. So living in your house is an advantage that you provide her
No,
shelter.
I can't bring a stranger to come and stay in my house.
And
If
what
you're not
makes
my
you
wife,
think she cannot wait? Now she's not living in your house. Now she's not living in your house. You claim to provide shelter for her, which is the sign of the love you have given to her. You are proving to her that she's your wife. That is the area you are claiming you are showing her love. You are
okay,
showing her
ma.
love because
Okay,
she can't
okay, ma.
afford to stay in the house, or her parents' house have collapsed, or they are living
Okay,
inside
okay,
bush
Chairman.
or
Okay,
inside
okay,
ocean.
okay, Chairman. Okay, ma'am. How again am I supposed? What again? What am I supposed to? Maybe it's the English problem here. So maybe assist me, assist me. The things you think I should have done for me to know I'm taking
No,
care of
I
my
can't
woman.
assist you. You are an adult. Your marriage with her is even longer than mine. My marriage is younger than your marriage. So you that have been in marriage for 12 years, and you cannot define what it takes to marry a woman, or what is the quality of a man to be called a husband, or your responsibility as a man in the life of a woman as an adult. Then I should help you out on how to keep your home, on what how to show that this is a good thing you should do for somebody's daughter that you keep in your house or that you are
Okay,
married.
okay, ma'am. Please ask her. Is there anything she's lacking in the house? Is there anything she's lacking?
She's
Maybe
lacking
financial.
your manhood. She's lacking your manhood. If you want me
Okay.
to first of all answer that one first, see, first of all, lacking your manhood. That is
Is it
number
true?
one. Number
Is it true,
two,
madam?
she's lacking your communication. Can you listen to me, please? Don't waste my
Okay.
time. I have a lot to do with my time.
Okay.
She's lacking your communication and your caring. Everything is not money. Some of you should get this into your head.
Okay, ma'am.
You provide shelter, you provide money, you send her clothes, you send her this. Then what you are sending her, that is material thing, she will give her sexual satisfaction as a
Okay.
woman or as a man. You will
Okay.
leave your husband in one state and then you are doing something, no communication, no affection, no feelings of when you are meeting the person, you just feel everything she needs or she needs you are providing. What are other important things that she needs from you
But
as a partner
I'm
in her
okay.
life?
Okay. I think I'm guilty of that. I think I'm guilty of that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm breaking in. This is the day I left. This is the day I left. I'm sorry. I'm breaking in. This is the day I left. 24th of May. You see, 24th
Miss
of May.
Olubisi,
Man.
the day you left does not matter. How you live is the concern.
Okay,
Even if you live 1 million years ago and there is better communication, better and lovable communication between you and your wife,
Okay.
you can stay for that 100 years and wait for you. Do you understand me?
I can't even say that much. It's just for me
Can you
to.
listen to me? You listen to me, Oga. How you live, how long you live is not even the issue. How you live is what matters. Your behavior towards your family is what we are talking about, towards your wife in particular. You can leave a woman and say people married and they did not for whatever presumed that they will have problem, but eventually at times they travel abroad, they have problem and they get to prison. If a man that never planned to get to prison find himself in the prison, you as a wife, what would you do? Your duty is to pray hard for the man to come out of prison. And please don't interrupt me again. I don't want any talk from you anymore. I'll be listening to you. You just have to be quiet and listen to me as well. Our duty is to pray for the husband to come out of prison so that they can unite again. Your living of not telling her, you don't know what is ahead of you. And some of you don't even know the importance of a prayer of a wife or a husband in your life. A prayer of a wife availeth much. E go far in the life of a husband. When your husband prayed for you, e go far in your life positively, because both of you have a bond, and God listen to each of you prayers more than any other person you are running to. You live with a woman, you don't even understand how, you can't even think of how you people started. You people have started have affair. You can have affair with your woman anywhere, however both of you desire. If you want to have it inside bush, on top of train, on top of what is it called, electric pole or transformer, you choose it. Nobody will question it. If there is love and you are not raping her, she willingly accept this is what we should do, where we should do it. Nobody will question you. Then if you are having it also for the fact that you are not financially okay, and that is how you both of you find yourself where you are having affair with your wife, it's not also a crime, because if you have the apartment, you will not have the reason, you cannot choose such place to go and be having it. And if you even have apartment and you choose such place is comfortable and convenient for both of you, is you want to make it as an experience or whatsoever, no problem. That is not an issue. The life of a man, you can start it somewhere. However you start it does not matter. Where you are going is what is important. That is it. But the issue is this: if everything she has said you have been doing it to her, you have to ask God for forgiveness. Not
Man.
when, if you are hurting someone and the person is not reacting for one reason or the other, there is a spirit and there is God that is between you and the person. That God will still fight for that person. Do you understand me? If you love your wife, what would make you to travel out of Nigeria when she was supposed to see you off to the airport? When both of you are supposed to have a good memory of the day you are traveling, you
So
have
I
affair with
traveled.
her, both
I
of you
traveled
discuss and
to
all that.
Abuja.
Oga,
I
have a
traveled to
nice day.
Abuja. I
Have a
traveled to
nice
Abuja.
day. Whether you travel to Abuja or you travel to your village, hence you know too much. You are on your own. Your family should not go and disturb her anymore. If you don't want the marriage, here we don't dissolve marriage. I can only tell you the truth. But hence you are not ready to listen to me. I can't do
But
otherwise. My time should be paid for.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, ma. I'm listening to you.
It's not fair. What you did is not fair. That is what I'm telling you. And if in a situation like that, you don't do such, because that can lead to so many things. It can lead to infidelity. When you left a woman and you don't let the person know your whereabouts and all that, you are automatically telling the person move on. And as a human being, how long will she stay waiting for you when there is no communication, when there is no hope? There is nothing that said because you are a woman, die of a sex hunger because a man abandoned you or anything. And there was no major issue between both of you, just malice. You are not traveling, you could not even hug your children. Boy, I'm coming for you very soon, this and that. There was no bonding between you. You are not even doing it to her, you also did it to your children. Your children should know that their daddy is not around, and they should have a memory when their daddy departs, for a progress. Even if you go to your village before you travel, consider the man as a family, as a responsible human being. You lay such foundation before you leave. You can't jump into flight and travel out of Nigeria. You now say that she's keeping malice. I don't want to tell her. He said her friend he is not going to call again, and for that reason you've moved. No, you are there for a better living, and you don't need to do anything that will hinder your progress. Everybody around, especially your immediate family, should be happy with you. They will wish you well. Their spirit will wish you well. Your children will wish you well. And you keep encouraging her, calm down, you will soon join me, or I will soon come.
Exactly.
Then the peace will be there. Whatever issue or whatever she'll be listening to is for her. Even if she confronted you, babe, leave that thing, don't be listening to all this, allow us to flow in our relationship. There is a way you talk to your wife. Even if she's suspecting you, she will just drop that. Even if you are cheating on her, she may still know that you are cheating, but the cheating will not be a threat to her marriage. But when, if you want to do it as if it's a right, you do it, go ahead, don't worry. You are just playing. Okay, she have left the park artist and leave the house. What will happen? Nobody will kill her. If marriage did not work, nobody will question her, why did you leave marriage, should not work or it should work. If people talk, after some time the matter will die down, everybody will move on. But is that what you want? No. If let it not be like a reoccurrence. You marry, it
Okay, ma.
doesn't work, another one again, you marry again, it will not
Ma.
work.
Ma.
Won't that be a laughing stock for you? Are you not going to be a
Ma.
laughing stock?
Okay, ma. Ma. Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Then madam, what I want to tell you is this: you have a problem on your own. Can I tell you? You listen to gossip too much. Too much gossip. You are too good in listening to gossip. It's not good, it's not a cause. If you leave this man, if you don't withdraw from gossip listening, you will still be remarrying again and again and again. Even if you are married to a pastor and you cannot believe in yourself and keep your eyes called off from too much suspicion, you will have problem. You will have what? Problem. There is no two ways about that. You will definitely have problem if you don't work on your suspicious attitude. Everybody that come to you, you must talk to them. They must come to you. They will tell you what your husband is doing. You will give them listening ear. You are reducing your personalities. I can't imagine as a married woman that somebody marry, a girlfriend of your husband will have the audacity to come and tell you sleeping with your husband. Your husband say he wants to marry. Are you okay? You ask the person, are you really normal? If she wants to marry you, then go ahead, but on no account will I see your feet close to where I am. Whatever you are doing with my husband, let it remain there. I am not interested and you don't want to know. The person is not your househelp, it's not your sister that you feel okay, your sister fed, your husband is making advance at her, or your househelp, and he just come to you and you want to call the situation. Even at that, you politely call the man. This is what this person is saying. Why would you go this low?
That was what I did.
It's
After
not, the
making
person
love,
is not your sister. The person is not your househead. So you don't have any reason to go that far. You call Chioma, you call Jennifer, you call Cynthia, every one of them that has something to do with your husband, you are having communication with them to the extent you are exchanging chats. What a letdown. What a letdown. If you want to make your marriage work, there's no marriage that comes from heaven. Every marriage have challenges. Every marriages have one issue or the other. It's a process that you will use in keeping your marriage. Leave this man. There are certain things a man can do to you. I will tell you, please don't bear it go. When it should become a deliberate and become more of like act of wickedness, that somebody is bent on wickeding you without mercy, such you cannot keep. And you are very okay that there is no diabolic means behind his or her behavior of such. You will move on because the person might not be compatible with you. But this very one you have narrated so far, one, when you know, I'm a practical person, no, I'm not afraid of you. If you meet me on the road tomorrow, no greet me, but I must tell you the truth. Issue of my husband slept with me on bench or thatch house or car, and see me, if you have shame, if you no narrate am. I always tell people, if you come to this place, I can't force word out of you. As far as you are adult, you sign consent to do whatever you want to say. You are an adult, but be mindful of what you say. If you are saying he raped you, and what transpired between you and him then was at the result that he was not financially okay. And if you're a reasonable woman, for a man to have such affair with you in his business place, that is one of the reasons why the business collapsed finally. Finally, that can never be revived. A business premises is a business premises. Your bedroom is your bedroom. Your parlour is your parlour. If you think you can have affair everywhere, why not stay inside your compound where your dog and everything stay and be having affair? There are specific places that are made for a specific action and behavior. So you've not married him then, and he wants to have affair with you, and that place is his business place. No matter how you were born, whether you are born in America, you know sexual affair in a business premises drive and kill business, mostly from even the African background. Why would you do that? Didn't he have a friend? Can't you people just ask, can I meet a friend, and you just find catch your phone in one of his friend house? You did not consider that. You do that, and you now still come again to come and say it to the open, and you have children. Social media matter, e no dey end today o. E dey reappear again after how many years? As you look at me, I hardly say things on social media. I hardly judge anybody on as sin matter that does not involve me. I can't say. Even the one that involve me, I did not owe anybody explanation to come and talk to you. If I choose not to talk, I will not talk. If I want to talk, I will talk. And he just traveled 4 months ago. I thought he had traveled since how many years?
No, 3 months ago, man. 3 months.
I'm not talking to you, Mr. Man. I am not talking to you. I thought he has traveled for how many years? He just traveled 4 months. I wish you have traveled to Ghana. Ghana here. I wish you have traveled there and try to stabilize yourself. Then you will know if somebody travel out of Nigeria, even those that are based there, have their paper there, they come to Nigeria, spend 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and they go back again. They will tell you story how they want to resettle again. How much more somebody that is just traveling for the first time in his life to go and eh is he based there?
He come goes and come.
He goes and come, but e just 3 4 months.
But I'm not against him traveling. It's the attitude of him sending his people. That was why I came. If not, since then I've
But
not
this
reported.
is something that could have been resolved if there is understanding.
And he started why and when I noticed he started sending people to come and give my children food. I now understood. He said I told my
And
friend.
because you are not doing, I want to tell you, you will pay. Oh, you will pay for counseling. You will pay it daily, and he's going to send money because listen to me. It's not easy to be in marriage. Go and ask your
Maybe.
parents. Go and ask your parents how people be in marriage. It's not to say hello, hello. You say babe. He say babe. He say babe. You say babe. Both of you are calling yourself babe. But that babe is in your
He's not
teeth.
calling me baby.
Tell
It's
am.
in your teeth.
And to tell am.
1 second you have pack your things, at least even if your rent has expired. People rent expire for 1 year, 2 years, and at the end they still sort it out. It just expired. You have already packed all your things to
No,
your auntie's place.
we had outstanding payment for 2 years. So the
No,
man
no, no, no,
didn't
no,
go
A
no,
for
standing
no.
payment for 2 years.
yes.
Don't interrupt
One,
her, oga. Allow her to talk. I'm not asking you.
So
You have your own problem. You are the one to pay for this counseling.
he cut me off light. I never had light in the house. So he gave me 2 days to leave that he has tried. And he wants to fix this. He wants to fix his house. That he has called my husband and my husband said he's not paying. So that I should please. The day he called me, I now called my dad begged him to give me till 18th for me to go. Before the 18th, they started bringing sand into the house that they want to fix the
And
house.
the issue is both of you don't have better communication. You have your own error. You understand me? You have your own error. You can keep malice with friends o, but in marriage, if you
But
want to keep malice, it's not that easy. It affect a lot of things. Each time you keep malice, it take you back, both of you backwards. The period you are to communicate and have conversation and cohabit and discuss important things, today you quarrel, e take you one step backward. Then you started again, then you started relating again. After you now keep another malice again 3 4 days, e takes you people backward. They don't do things like that.
I was not like that. If he has issue now, at
And
times
don't investigate too much
I
about
don't.
man.
I
You
don't.
do. That is, I say, it's not easy for you to become. Listen, women that don't investigate husband, you hardly know who is their husband, who their husband is cheating them
I
with.
am scared of this man because once you do, he's not a quiet person. He can come out of the compound. There was one day I told him people are listening and they'll be laughing at us. He said, yes, that is good. He does not keep quiet. I cannot challenge him. He will beat me up. There was one period he wants to beat me. It was my son
You
that
are
he
saying
beat.
different thing. I'm talking about all these people that you are communicating with, coming
He's
your
the
girl.
one that is
He's the
telling
one
them.
bringing them to come
He's
and
the
meet
one.
you, to
Then they
come
will
and meet
collect my
you.
phone because I don't even have their number. This Amaka that I spoke to was because I didn't even know she was going out with my husband. I didn't know. She was just a nice person that comes to my shop. Auntie, do you need anything? Let me help you get it. I'll tell her, please, where will I buy food? Because then I was new in trade fair. I didn't even know they were going out with my husband for long. Till the day this guy noticed that I'm in communication with her. He now said, you're in good terms with this girl and you're nice to her. Do you know something like this is happening? I said it's not true. That Amaka will not do it.
Who is Amaka to you?
She's just like somebody I help. At times she will call me until something like this happened in the shop. I'll tell her calm down.
Because she's telling you what, like what?
Like at times she'll tell me relationship. She
Relationship
and
am.
her boyfriend. That her guy, not knowing that she's talking of my husband. That the way my husband will go take them out, they will be eating fish. Then he will be talking that he does not have secret. I say people like that does not go far. that me too at times
And she was discussing your
I
husband.
don't even know.
You see how far you have disgraced
I
yourself
don't
now,
know.
Oga.
It's
Mr.
not.
Andubi,
It's
what
not
is
true.
true? Everything is not true. What is
My
true?
Loma,
What
my
is true?
Loma,
Yes.
Loma. See, you see, there are things I don't say because I understand this platform. You watch, I'm picky. I'm picky with everything I say. There are things I don't say. If you see, I've written all my angers, but what did I do? I kept it. After I
All those
listened
things
to
are
her,
list of your anger.
I kept them. I kept them.
I ask you a question. All those things are list of your anger.
The days are the things she do
You are the problem
repeatedly.
here. You are
Yes,
the problem here. So you write all these things as a list of your anger for a woman you have lived with for 12 years. You are listing anger. You are listening anger.
because
Eh?
the thing is, she likes listening to everybody. Anywhere she knows I go to,
No, the
maybe I
question I
follow
asked
friends
you, you've
too.
not
She,
answered me
she go
yet.
to that place, and make fake friends for them to give her negative information of what I said, what I did, and sometimes I don't say. I said, no, why all this? You are in the house, you are chasing somebody outside. You don't have to. She all her friends knows everything about her. This Madam Promise is saying, if you like, if you permit me, I'll give you her number. On your own time, you call her and interview her, and I'll give you another of her neighbor there. So you see that a married woman should have virtue. A married woman that are things you don't say outside, because a lot of people
A married man, you hold on. A married woman, a married woman. You as a married man, do you know there are things you should not say outside? Did you curtail your word, or you are talking based on what I've told her now?
okay, I'm sorry, man. That is why I didn't say any of this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
You are claiming a married woman, and you will not talk about your own. I ask you a question now. How do you say you are caring for her? I say give her shelter. Can you imagine such a childish response?
So it could be that my English is not. I don't understand English. I'm sorry.
This thing, 16 times 2 divided by 100. That whatever comes out. Don't be disturbing me every time. That's 3%. Times 3 divided by 100. Mr. Undubisi, do you still want this marriage?
She is my wife now. Is she not the mother of my children?
There is nothing like it's my wife. People have children with people, but they are not married to them. So that is not an answer. I just hope you answer like the matured man I'm seeing on my this thing. Can you compose yourself and talk like a matured man I'm seeing? Oga, please sit down. I believe everything is okay. Did he smoke something? No, you know before he travel now, or the gambling enter his he doesn't smoke, so he's
I
still
don't
okay.
smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I stopped gambling. I don't
But
humanize.
you humanize. You don't humanize. I ask you simple question. Do you still want this marriage? I'm not talking to deaf and dumb, and I'm not talking with sign. I talk
Yes,
with my mouth, so I expect
yes,
you to.
yes.
What happened to the now that you want the married, but they are not living in apartments, and you said you shelter her? Where is the shelter that you have not paid rent for 2 years?
No, ma. Okay. It wasn't 2 years. It was a year because the place is 400,000. I can send you, maybe if I have your personal number, I will send you the my chat with the landlord. It's 400,000. And meanwhile, I have a property with the landlord. I have a plot of land that the landlord assisted me in buying. I told him that because he's the one who has the papers. My landlord has the papers of the land. So I told him that I had the arrangement that my pool will stay there for the next 1 year. Then I will pay him. Then before the next 1 year, I had in mind relocating them to Portugal also. within the 1 year.
Now that they are packed, what do we do about the rent?
Of course, I will pay this by.
They are no more there now. They are packed out of the house. You heard that they are packed out. They are packed things. The properties are still there.
No, they're in the new house.
They are
In the new house I got.
they are in the new house you got.
Yes.
But you say you are staying with your auntie. Are
No,
you
I
not complicating?
no, I said I was staying with my auntie. When
Yes.
I before I could get a new for my children to finish writing their exams. But I now got a house 2 weeks ago.
You pay for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Who gave you the money?
I raised money from the shop things I told you I sold.
What are the things you sold that make you to
The
send money?
I
So that
sold
you will not just also investigate whether you don dey do
no,
kerewa.
no, no. I sold this thing like
What
the
are the
maid.
this thing?
This stuff, this decoration in the shop. Then the
What is
sliding
decoration now?
this POP, this one here. Then the
You cannot
sliding
resell this thing that
I
sell
no
that.
the person that took in the shop
Mm-hmm.
paid me plus the glass 400,000.
Which glass?
The sliding glass in the shop and the door. Then the shelves I'm taking them when I get a shop. I'm looking for
So
a
what
shop.
happened to the remaining things that you are selling there?
No, there's nothing I sold again. That was the only three things I sold.
The perfume.
These perfumes are in the house intact. I didn't sell one.
You are not a good manager. You have to still organize yourself. You are not a good manager. A woman is an economist by nature, except you are just this person that want to. You don't look like a party kind of a woman, but then you don't have the ability to carry to manage your home. A man that just travel barely 3 4 months because of little misunderstanding, lack of communication, you have vacated the place, you have sold something, you have rent another apartment, you pack to that place because they are bringing sound, they are doing this, they are doing that. It's not right. A business where you are earning from, if it's easy to make money, you have that business. Why haven't you sell and realize money from there? Out of the business, you use it to pay for house rent. At least the business was established and you shut it down now.
I paid for my children's school fees.
Children school fees of one term because you
No,
just travel how many
I've
months
been
ago?
paying for the past 2 years.
Why?
Because
No,
he's not doing anything. He's
no,
not doing things for the past 2 years since I take the management of that shop. I've been paying the school fees. I've been paying
Who
for
who
food.
who opened the shop?
Him
How did he get money to open the
from
shop?
the shop that he closed down in trade fair.
Shop he closed down in trade
Yes,
fair and
he had a
opened this
shop.
one.
He had a
And
shop
you
in
said you
trade
don't
fair.
have anything to do. Somebody closed down his shop and used the money to open a new
No,
shop.
he
Is that
didn't.
not
He was
business?
still there when he opened this one. He was still there, but
And you also close this one down now.
I know I'm still using. Like if I show you my chart now, somebody bought perfume from me now and transferred 16,000. I told them to give it to him in the shop. They are in the shop
Is
now
it not the same
selling.
shop you said you rent out you put these
Yes,
things?
me and the guy. That's why I said me and the guy were managing. My perfumes are still there. I have to take part payment pending when
You
I
said all your perfume are in the house.
not all. I told you that I'm managing there too. That was why I said he came to the shop to harass people that are in my shop with me.
The shop, was it bought or it's
It's
a
a
rent?
rented place. So the guys brought back payment while I brought back payment.
Listen to me. No matter how far you are going in life, you must respect whom you are married to. Every woman being have their what God have given to them. Your responsibility as a woman is to honor and respect your husband in all angles. You don't take decision like that without anything. At least you have parents here. You shut down this thing, you pack out from house, you rent the other place without telling him. That is like a letdown. You can do and undo where the man is. Before you started renting his shop to somebody, shop that he rented and leave for 3 4 months ago, you could not get his consent. Even if it's not picking your call, send a message as a proof. Not that you are waiting for the man to go and you just wreck everything and move on with your life. They don't do things like that. A man should see possibility and positive thing coming out of you, addition not minus. He can't leave something like, instead of you to add, let him come out and see something adding to what he left. You now see that you have already scatter everything, nothing is even, no memory of what he left. That is not a good way of managing a house as a woman. You have his family and you can see chats. He's not communicating with you. Keep sending message. The period he left is still very low. It's still very little for you to take all this decision and to just you want to move on. What are you shaking your head for?
I'm tired of the marriage.
And you are tired of the marriage. I'm still telling you, even if you go to another marriage, don't repeat what you are doing. That is what I'm telling you. Nobody asks you to remain in the marriage, but don't go and repeat what you are doing here now in another place. Nobody is begging you to remain in the marriage. You are an adult, full grown person.
Is it 5% or 10%?
Five.
Ma, ma,
I'm not asking you. At least I did not ask you a question. I'm not talking to you.
okay.
Because if you are perfect, all this thing won't come up. You also like you like instead of you if they ask you now, you are not misbehaving, you are not cheating, you are not doing this, everything she said from beginning to the end, 70% are lie. You are the one that is saying the truth, Mr. Saint. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't humanize. Nothing that you are doing, Mr. Saint. You try. But if you lose one marriage, lose the second one for a cheap excuse, then you should want you go for deliverance. Then it's not normal. No woman is good enough to stay with you. No man
Ma,
is good enough to
ma,
stay with you.
ma,
Somebody stay with you for 12 years
if somebody
and
is
with all
asking
this,
for
with all
respect,
that,
is
you
it too
cannot
much
just
for a
organize
woman?
yourself. Abeg.
If I'm asking for respect in a marriage, am I asking for too much?
If she's asking, your responsibility is to love her. Show her full love. God
Okay.
said, man, love your wife. Love your wife. Where is the love that you are
I,
showing to her? You
I
say you are
don't love
asking for
her.
respect for the
Is that
marriage is
business
too
is the
much.
second business I've opened for her? That's the second business I've opened for her. But she didn't tell you that.
What?
That's the second business I've engaged her into. That's the second business.
If you open business and you keep having sex in the shop up and down, even if you open
No,
millions, all of them will
no,
close.
no. Like I'm beginning to get angry now. Like I'm beginning to get angry now.
Please get angry very well. I can only shut you off from my page as soon as possible. So you can't threaten me with your anger. Did I look like your wife?
No, I'm not threatening you, man. I'm not threatening you, man.
So you are beginning to get angry, meaning what?
Over her, over her.
Over her. You
Yeah.
can't even you can't even think about your own self. You are beginning to get angry over her. Go and assess yourself where you are also doing wrong. You think you are sent. If you manage your home well, are you not the one that just travel without telling your wife you are traveling? Is it normal?
Because she wasn't
every
respecting
every
me.
every reasonable
Because,
responsible man should think your wife, no matter anything, sort out your differences before you travel. Abroad is equal to, are you in Cotonou? Are you in your village? Are you in Abuja? You are in abroad and you are having issue with somebody that you just take off. You say you are beginning to get angry now.
okay,
Excuse me.
under 3 months, did you see how she scattered the family?
Under 3 months, how do you see that you did not organize yourself and you take off from Nigeria without organizing your family as a man of the house you claim to be? You want to use my word to judge her. You cannot judge yourself. Under 3 months, haven't you seen that you as a man of the house that is claiming to be man of the house, how you abandon wife and children and take off from Nigeria without telling your wife that you are traveling? Mr. Right, you are beginning to get angry now. You are not serious.
Because it's not as if somebody is begging her. He's begging her.
You are both adults. All I know, what she came to complain, don't take any of your family to go and harass her. She need
For the shop, like she said she will not call me again until she died. But for the shop, I still meant I had already asked my lawyer to write the occupant of that shop. I need to use that shop for something else. So if she has collected money from the guy, let her tell me how much she has collected. I will send her the money by this month's ending. She will refund the guy. Then if she's not more interested in that shop, I will lock the shop. I have a business I want to do in that shop.
You cannot leave a woman in Nigeria with children and go to where you are going and be expecting her to stay and be feeding your children. They cannot. Nobody will shut that on. pay that money you have enough to go to court. Tell the lawyer to come and meet us with her in court. You
No,
cannot
no,
shout her
my,
when you are not taking care
my,
of her. You are now
my,
using lawyer to threaten. Oga, I
no,
believe your sense is working.
you don't understand me.
I want
Understand
to
what I
understand
said.
you.
Understand what I said. Understand what I said. I said if she's not doing the business in that shop, instead of giving it that to somebody else, let's say how much she has collected from the man who is staying in the shop. Let me give her the money. She refund the person, and that shop can be for the family. There are businesses we need that shop for. That's what I said. That I had already asked a lawyer to write the guy who is staying in the shop that look, because I called the guy
Have you
was
addressed the issue of the house rent? She used the money to rent a shop. If that is the case, her reason of renting the shop is she and her children need shelter, and you
okay.
don't provide the money for her to live there. So I expect you to say now, if she rent the shop out for that purpose, then you are ready to pay for the money they collected from the person for her rent.
Exactly.
Then she will
Exactly.
continue with her business there.
Exactly. Is what I said. Is what I said. Except you didn't hear me well. Is what I said. Is what I said. Is what I said. I said the money she collected to pay the rent from the man, that I will refund the money. Then she stopped the man and returned her shop. That was what I said. That was all I said. I didn't. I mean, except if you didn't hear me. If you didn't hear me properly.
Madam, of course, what he say, in as much as I am blaming you for not telling you, you have the right. You have the all you need. You use that shop to provide the shelter for you and your kids. That is understandable. But of course, is that not trade fair? Where Agor Palace, who rents a place have a reason why he or she rents the place. It's the husband that rented the place, not you. The shop belong to him. By legal wise, the shop is for him. He opened the shop for you to manage the place and have a source of income to it, and business is not moving. And if you are to do anything otherwise, just like I told you, he should be informed officially. Am I right? You did not inform him, renting, subletting the shop to another person, which is in abroad, and he may have a reason of using his shop. He never told you, I'm not ready to use my shop. He never complained that he's not willing or ready to use his shop. He kept you there to use the shop, and you could not communicate with him. You rent the place out, and if you sublet the place, that place is not in your name.
His rent expired before he traveled out.
Even if the rent expired, for instance, you don't have the person there does not have any agreement with the landlord. Who have an agreement with the landlord is him, and he have not told the landlord that he cannot afford to pay the place.
The landlord called me, even my landlord in the house called him to leave that property for me. The landlord called me and asked me, the woman, that was happening. She's also a lawyer. That my husband called him that he's not going to make use of the shop again. That if she sees somebody that is going to take the place, they should tell him so that his brothers will come and pack the things. She called me through my neighbor's this thing.
Who called you?
The landlady of the place, of the building.
He's still alive.
So she now said, she called me through the lady. So she now said I should use my number to call her. She keep calling me, how far with the rent, how far with the rent. I was the one she was calling. The agent was calling him to no avail. He stopped picking the man's call. So even I told my landlord of the house that look at what my husband said. I even told his friend, one of his friend that called me, that look at what they said. They now told him to stay clear of where I'm doing business. They should leave that place for me. Let me use it and take care of my children. My landlord called him to tell him that. My landlord in the house.
He should leave the place for you.
Yes, I'm using it to take care of the children. Now, why is it saying that he's
your husband is not the one that built the shop. If the new tenant is paying, they pay rent to the landlord. The money does not come to you. So how are they leaving the shop for you to use?
No, he called the landlord that
Yeah.
if they get somebody to stay there, that they should call him so that he will pack the things in the shop.
Eh?
So they,
Go ahead.
that if they get somebody that will take the shop, that they should call him so that he will pack the things from the shop.
Who is the person that you put there?
The person that I put there, my cousins.
Your cousins.
Yes.
I don't you know that there is a conspiracy in this matter. You say you rent a place, you now rent a place to your cousin. You are leaving somebody's marriage. You now rent, you now move
At
it.
this marriage, I never said I was going to leave until all these things he started doing.
Which one all these things?
He started giving his friends phone to come and give my children. He started calling my neighbor.
You never grow up in marriage. You people need to have marriage counselor. Minor things, my dear sister. If you have ever have you ever gone for any marriage counseling before? Ehen. So if you are talking as somebody that is not experienced. Because if you have been going to marriage counseling like all these domestic marriage, domestic violence seminars and all that will do, people married women attend there. You listen to people's experience, then you begin to use so many things to manage your home. I use some of you what is it called story to manage my home, and some use my own advice also to manage their home. So they sending message, go and give somebody. You have not seen when a man stay did not talk to the wife for 2 3 years, and they are just communicating. They, even he buy things, he will go and give to his family to go and give to the children. It's not normal, it's not good. I'm just telling you, it has been happening, and it's not something that should be something that will break your home.
But seriously, if it's these things, it's not what is breaking my home.
Which
There was
one
one
again? You say
period.
this is what is this
There
now?
was
You change
this
again.
whole thing
This
I've
woman no
told you.
understand you and this
Ma,
man.
this whole thing I've told
Who is
you.
having problem among both of you? I can't
This
even
whole
see.
thing I told you. Have I done anything for him to now say
Ma,
because I keep malice? I
ma,
keep
ma,
malice.
I
Can you
think
allow him to talk? Can I listen to both of you? I
she
have
has
two
been
ears. Can my
talking.
2 ears
Let me
be
also talk.
divided for both of you?
I can also talk. She has been talking. That
Hey, she's talking now.
the issue
When
of
she's talking,
the
is that when you want to talk?
is the issue of the shop. She said and closed that one, and I want to talk. I want to talk
Is
about the
we are
shop.
not interested in that. We are not interested. If all your shop close, is your shop not our shop? May God sustain the shop again.
The
That is
first
our
one he
prayer.
said I closed down. They were building the road
Madam,
at
what is the
abroad.
way out?
Ma, please tell him to leave me and my kids alone. He's in
How?
abroad. I
Eh?
don't know because since then, okay, what do you want me to say? Because I don't know what else to tell
If you have
him.
started having affair with
I don't
other
have
women,
an affair.
madam, we dey know
Exactly.
woman wey dey have affair. Because women that are having affair, any little thing they will capitalize on that thing and be looking for excuse of what to say. He should leave you and your kids alone. Have
Uh,
you divorced
the,
him?
the kids,
His
the
own
kids
kids
that
that he gave
belong
birth
to
to, he should leave you and them alone.
Ma, I'm having low BP. Should I die
Low
because of
BP, go and
him?
drink sugar and water.
Eh?
You go to
Should I
hospital.
ma,
continue go
BP.
hospital
see,
because I'm married
see,
to him?
Go and
see,
Eh?
amend your way and let him amend his way.
But
There's no
he's not
perfect
going.
person.
This is the third time.
What is the third
The
time?
third time we're having issue. The first one
Only
I
third
went.
time.
How many times will I do this thing?
see, see.
I need to
All
laugh.
these things you are
Who
doing,
is
you will
this
regret
place?
it.
Only third time.
Because
Only
all
third
these
time.
things you are
Madam,
doing,
please
all these
go
things
and
you are doing,
arrange yourself.
you will
Okay?
regret it. You lied on top
Mr.
of me.
Mr.
Seriously.
Ndubisi,
But it's okay.
Mr. Ndubisi,
Ma,
we're only going to send you our account number. Send us money. Let us work on your wife. But this matter no be small thing.
ma, yeah,
Only this.
ma,
He say
it's not,
me and my friend are having
I
issue.
know,
I
ma,
say,
ma, ma, ma. I know the person I married.
I need to laugh.
I know the
Did she
person I
know you?
married.
Did
I know
she
the
know
person
you?
I married. Anytime she's divided, this is what you'll be hearing. I don't want.
Make
Anytime
I
she's
see
divided,
you.
anytime she's divided, this is
They
what we
say you
do.
are not ready
Now,
for marriage. Make an open line for you. Make them call so that you hear from other people. Say you are
why
ready
will
for marriage according to
a married woman always keep her phone on silent in the house? Why? You don't need it. These are the
a
things that bring
married
problem.
woman. Listen to me. A married woman say, you see that your petty complaint. You need to come here. Let them wash your head. A married woman put her phone on silent. What is a crime if a married woman put her phone on silent?
Okay, it's normal.
It's normal. However she choose, she's an adult. Whether your phone is on silent, your phone is ringing out, your phone is vibrating, the fact remain that your phone pick, you are available to pick, you pick the, if the phone ring, you're available to pick, you pick the phone.
Okay,
That's
okay,
an excuse.
okay, 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 okay.
Abeg,
Okay, just
you
ask
don't have
her now.
reasonable thing to complain about
Okay,
your wife.
you
Excuse me,
just
hold
ask
on,
her
oga.
now. You just ask her now, and she said I should leave she and her children. As if the children she gave birth to them on her own alone. So is that I was really send you a message that there is an issue somewhere.
You are talking like somebody that is somehow confused. You need to, we need to balance the equation. You are not talking like a man that have a focus as such. You know, when you are talking, I was expecting a reasonable complaint from you or her. What both of you are talking is not something that can even bring a serious issue of separation, except both of you have made up your mind. You know, when you made up your mind, whether it's good morning can separate both of you, good afternoon can separate. When both of you have made up your mind, you can easily separate without anybody advising you or giving you, showing errors about that. So
I, I feel she must have gotten someone else.
it's not a bad thing if she has gotten someone else. It doesn't work. Nobody said if you find somebody else they should not move on if she's not comfortable with your marriage. You
Yeah.
that is complaining the man is having, a woman is having her phone is it right? And now what for some of you men o, is it right for a married woman to put her phone on silent? What is
If
wrong
she's
if
in the
somebody
house,
put phone
if
on
she
silent?
enter house, if she enter the house, that's a sign of a cheating woman. Her
If
phone
she
will
do what?
be her phone will be normal outside. If she enter the house, the phone will be silent. Now, what of
Eh,
if I had accident? What of if maybe I have accident somewhere and they're calling her to tell her that something happened to me? How would she know somebody's calling her?
then the people should be calling you. If her phone is always on silent, she that is putting her phone on silent understand her phone is on silent, so she will be checking it often.
Okay, so it's normal. It's normal.
It's very normal. It's normal. It's
Okay,
normal. You are an
okay, no
adult, she's
problem.
an adult. You don't subject person to do something that he doesn't like. If phone gives somebody headache or it's something that she doesn't want a vibration of phone, then you now say, why is your
Okay.
phone on silent? Did you call her and she did not pick your phone and be giving you excuse that her phone is on silent?
I've been even before I travel. At times you call her 10 times, she'll tell you, yeah, but she will not pick. She will each time she's at home. I said, why? Why? What if I have problem outside the gate and I'm calling you wouldn't pick? For me to jump the compound gate, so don't you think whether a woman will go and sleep? I mean, it's not fair. You sleep with your phone under your bed and it's silent. It's not fair. It's not fair.
So
I'm
somebody will
sorry.
be sleeping. You don't have time, you communicate with your wife. So you want to wake at 2 a.m. from sleep. Somebody that have low BP or high BP, you want to wake at the middle of 2 a.m. to talk with her. You don't have time, you
But,
communicate with your wife and your children. If you are not
but
with a man or you are not with a woman, there should be a trust. It's trust that keep people. Nobody is perfect.
she's being vocal. Maybe there is somebody somewhere she thinks is better than me. Like you asked me a question. I said she's the mother of my kids. It's not easy to start a family now. I'm 42 years now. Even if I have to start a family now, it will take me years. But this one she's saying I should live alone with her kids. If she wants me to live alone, I can live alone. But my kids not go area.
Already you know from your from your explanation or whatsoever, you are suspecting that she's cheating and you
Yes.
want to love a cheating woman. Yeah.
What will I do now? I
What will
should.
you do? The option, listen to me, sir. The option is if you are comfortable with her and you know that she's cheating, you say, what will you do? That you somebody have a children for you or you have a wife, it's not the end of your life. You must not keep her if she's cheating, because if somebody is cheating on you, you are living a Muslim woman, you are risking your life.
Exactly.
Because in the course of, don't take my word, don't tell me it's exactly. Because the one you are cheating that she said, was she not also living a risky life to your girlfriends that you are cheating with, coming to her house, buying something for her? Say exactly. You want to hear word from my mouth. Exactly.
I want to
You
learn
are
more.
married
I
and
want to
said
learn
you are
from you.
suspecting your wife is cheating, and you say you love her, is the mother of your children, meaning you have a motive.
Ma,
Hello.
the time I started, that was when she was not around.
Oga, when are you coming?
Yeah, I wanted to. What I planned, the plan I had, all my plans was that they can only stay there for a year. They can only stay there for a year. Then I'm pulling them out. Asked her, she had gotten I got them their passports before I left. So I only want to stay alone here for 8 months, 1 year, and 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Then I'm sending them out. In fact, ask her, that's their passport. It's just go and submit it somewhere.
Okay, madam, please, I don't need stress. I've talked too much on your matter, and I don't need it. I need my own peace, and I need my own strength to myself. You did not come here to come and complain about marriage. As in, whether you want to leave the marriage, you don't know. If you are talking about the shop, this is the shop we want to address now. This is the lawyer sitting down as well. Who you put there is not entitled to stay there if your husband don't want the person to be there. The place was not given to the person. The place was given to you. Do you understand me? The only way we can stand with you on that matter is that you are the one in that shop managing the shop. So you tell your cousins that you park there, they should find their way if your husband say he needs his shop back. Then money that you collected from there to go and rent an apartment, let him refund the money. You refund money back to them, let them move out of the place. And you allow him to communicate with his children. If you want us to advise you, good and fine. You book the time, you come here, they'll counsel you about your marriage. If you don't need it, Scheisega, according to German, that is not our concern. Good.
Scheiße egal. Scheiße egal.
Then, if you want your marriage as he states, Mr. Man, be calling your family, be calling your wife. And another thing, let me tell you, madam, sincerely speaking, when you put that phone on silent, how often do you check it?
My dad phone, the day he said he came through the fence, ask him. I
Is it
called him
once? Do you always
just
put
once.
it?
My children play with my phone. Even that day, my children came. Daddy was sorry. It was because we don't want mommy to collect her phone. We were playing game with it. He said it's a lie. They always collect my phone to play game because I collect it. They will silent
Okay,
it.
when you notice that that putting of call in the silent is creating problem between you and your husband, why did you to resist the children?
I did.
Must they play with phone?
I
Is phone
did.
toy?
I did. That was why the boy came out and said he's sorry. But that day he was saying he jumped fence. I called him. I
Imagine
said
your whole husband join
I
force. What
called
if
him
they shoot
2
him?
a.m. He's coming back from the house 2 a.m. because he's in his brother's place. But I called him.
Okay, is it a crime for you to
I
come back to
said,
his house 2
I
a.m.?
am having low BP attack. But Baba sent me medicine. Please, can you help me get it? He said he can't. He does not have money. I now sent one of the guys, one of my landlord boys. I gave him the
Let me
money.
say you deliberately did that.
No,
To
I
what
took
was
the drugs and I slept off.
and
Even
your
when
children was awake till 2 a.m.
no, they were
playing game.
asleep. The phone he said is under my pillow. I was out sleep. When he wake me up, even when he was talking, I didn't know the remaining thing he was talking because I slept off. He became angry. The next morning, I said, babe, what were you saying last night? He became angry. I slept off because he gave me the drugs and said I should
But
buy.
are you still putting the phone on silent?
Silent phone, how? Why? Even when he said the phone is on, okay, at times my phone is with him. There was one period his phone was spoiled, my phone is with him.
Mr. Michael, abi, what is your name? I'm Mr. Ndubisi. I hope
Ma,
you'll be communicating with your wife and your children from today.
yeah, I have something to say, man.
What
Ma,
is that?
the person that is in that shop, the reason why I was angry, if he had told me that is her cousin, I will not be angry because I believe in family. I believe in family. But the person told me he's from Enugu State. The person even said that Ngozi is from Enugu State, and Ngozi is not from Enugu State. So the person is not her cousin.
The person is it your cousin? How? What
Do you
is
know
your
why
name?
he said that?
No.
My husband gave his brother phone on video call and gave it to him immediately and started telling him, how did you get the shop? Who are you? Are you Ngozi's sugar mommy? Is Ngozi your sugar mommy or your girlfriend? Do you know who I am? My brother is Mr. Globus. I am in Spain as I'm talking to you. I have money. I will deal with you. So they said, okay, since it's for you to be blabbing, let's blab. Because as he's talking, my brother called on the phone. I was like, Kenneth called you. How? What was Kenneth saying? Kenneth wanted him to buy a laptop for him. His phone was bad. So him was asking him, how did you know Kenneth? Because that period, Kenneth, my brother was calling
Who
him.
is Kenneth?
My younger brother was calling the guy. So he was asking the guy, how did you know Kenneth? He said, the way you and Globus are, that's the way me and Kenneth is. He now dropped the call and picked my brother's call. Yeah. Ask him.
But if I don't, you say you don't have problem of his cousin of our cousin staying there, right?
I have to be
Yes or no?
that person as my cousin. I don't want him to stay. But if it's Kenneth, if it's the same blood with the same father, the same mother with her, I can equally refund and allow them to stay there.
Oga, you either choose one thing. You are wasting my time. Please don't
Okay,
waste my
okay,
time. I need to
I
close it.
don't want somebody in that shop, man.
Okay, please, they will do the calculation. They will come here. We'll send you the bill. Transfer the money to our account. We'll hand over the money to her and let them pay the
Exactly,
person.
exactly, man. So I
Do you
don't want
understand?
anybody else
Yes.
except you.
It's
Except
okay.
you.
It's okay. We are going to give a date, madam. You go back, calculate what the person pay you. Come to this office, set a date. We'll send the account number to your husband. He will send it to this office. So we will hand over it to you. To you. The person will come here to come and collect the money and send when he is going out of the place. Then you will continue with the shop there. What
She
else
wants
again
to
do you want?
say she wants to say something. She wants to say something. Ask, ma, just please allow her to flow. Ask her. She wants to say something.
Allow her to flow because you buy data for me. You are not
What am I
serious.
saying?
I'm
Allow
sorry,
her
ma.
to flow.
I'm sorry, ma. I'm sorry,
Allow
ma.
her to flow. Na my platform, you allow her to flow. Call your wife and let her flow with you where you are. Allow
Okay,
her.
okay. Let me ask her a question, ma. I'm sorry because I might call her. I not answer my call.
She will answer your call if only
Okay.
you believe well.
Nne. Hello. Hello. You see.
You are talking
She's
to
not
your
responding.
just respond first. You are not that kind childish behavior. No bring her here.
You
Answer
see.
him.
I
Go dey
tell
face
you the malice thing. Where am our children there?
barrister. Sure say this man dey okay. Na my platform this man dey call us of his children. Oga, you want to ask your wife of your children?
Make I know whether
Jesus, I don handle case. Eh? Are the children missing?
no, make I know whether they not with their papa or with their grandpa or they're in Lagos. I want to know.
You should be ashamed of yourself that you leave Nigeria without knowing where you came to your children and you're asking
I'm
your
sorry
children,
about
your
that,
wife
man.
for social media where are your children?
I'm sorry about that, man.
Oga, Mr. Kenneth abi Mr. Anthony, see, you are not doing well. Oh.
Okay, man. I'm sorry
You are
about
not
that,
doing
man.
well at all. Call your my sister. Come, hello.
Man.
Whether this marriage, not this marriage, eh? Don't disconnect him with his children. So allow him, talk to him. I'm just talking to you. I don't have time for, I only talk to people that have a brain to listen to
The
me. I
only
don't have
thing I
time.
said is you can't talk to my children from somebody else's phone.
Yes,
Call me if you want to talk to your
that
children.
is
That was the
normal.
only thing I
Yes.
said.
If in fact if you call anybody, don't allow your children
That
to
was
talk.
why I did not allow. I said
If
he
she
has
can't
my
give phone
number.
to anybody to talk to your children, in as much as she's alive, she's well, she's okay, call her and talk to your children. Otherwise, go and buy, and you can't even buy phone and give to the children because they are still very little. Send them toy to be playing with the toy and let them allow their mother's phone to be resting and she'll be removing her phone from
Yeah, yeah. Ma,
silent. Oga, listen to me. You will not let somebody talk. And if they allow you to talk again, you talk another thing upside down. Be asking unreasonable question. Where are your children? Your children are in my office. Come and pick them. Call your wife and know what to do and communicate with your children. They need food, they need clothes, they need beverages. You had her already. Shall be parent. Now that you travel, communicate with her. It's not easy to take care of children. So don't just leave the load on her. Tomorrow you say you are suspecting her. You are not taking care of person, you say you are suspecting her. Some of you should behave normal now. Eh? You leave load of everything on her and you are saying you are suspecting her. Her phone is on silent. This one. Is that a reasonable excuse, sir? It's not normal now. So you've had that already. So what you need is the shop. The one come the you still have goods. The perfumes you still have the goods for the shop now.
Yes, ma'am.
So if people as what is it called, still buying and she have goods there, refund the money for the shop. Let your wife have a place that she wake up in the morning and go and sit, sell something, have little thing, then keep supporting her so that she can be happy with you also and things will move well for you.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you are talking, you talk reasonable like the man of the house. There is a way a man of the house will talk. As a woman, you don't even have any reservation that to respect him by force. A man should talk like a man. Eh? Please do that, okay? Madam, when
Okay,
you
ma.
complete that, you let us know.
When will I come with them?
Eh?
When do you want me to come with them? So that you said I should bring them so that you
Do you know the calculation now?
yes, it's
What is the total?
1.2.
Eh?
1.2.
1.2 million.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought you said 400,000.
They paid for that thing, but they paid the shop rent.
The shop rent is how much?
750.
So what did they now buy for you?
They bought this decoration in the shop. My
Which is how
slide.
much?
I sold them and the sliding glass for 400.
Eh, so how did they amount to 1.2?
They paid for the shop rent.
1.2 and 400, 700. Is your rent, is that rent for 700,000, oga?
750.
So, yeah, the rent is 700,000, ma.
Okay, and they sold that she sold those things to them for 400,000. So when are you refunding the money so that they
Okay,
can vacate the place?
okay, ma. Hence the money is big, 1.2 million. I will pay it first week of this month we are entering.
First week of
This new month we are entering, that's September.
uh, have you started working there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm working, ma.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yes. I just got a contract work. I'm working. So as I collect this my salary for this month, I could just set it so because I know they won't allow me to pay 2 times. Except if they want me because I have to send some money to my
If you
family
pay the
also.
2 times, if they eat it, you enter gbego, please send the account number to Mr Lundubisi to
Okay,
refund that shop money by next first week of next month. After
mm.
he must have collected his contract payment in which country sef?
I'm in Denmark.
Denmark. Yeah.
Mm.
Please remember.
Okay, ma. Can I ask a question, ma?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now that I'm united with my family now, now can I hence is 1.2. Can I pay half of it to you people's account? Then if it's complete, then you give them, then they leave the place. Is it possible, man?
That
That
would be well.
I paid the first one this month we are entering, the second one upper month we are entering, so that she can have access of that place 100%.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah, because I want, yeah, because even if she wants to change business, there are businesses that will go there. So I don't want and I spent a lot of money in fixing that place. That I would want to return. I would want us to return that place.
Please try and be communicative. See, the lack of communication now
No,
have
but
caused all
I
matters
will,
of atrocity,
I
which is
will,
better. You are the
I
one that is
will.
shutting out the communication. If you open communication, even if it's both of you argue off, on again, argue off, it's better than not to talk at all. You don't behave like that. It's not matured. It's not
I
matured at
will. I will. But I thought I was being angry. I thought I was being angry because at the time I
all.
was frustrated.
It's all right. So you heard what he said, and you heard what your husband said. He is going to pay. You will confirm from the office. So that is when you know his seriousness. I will assume it's not serious until we see payment. 1.2, you pay 600,000 or 1 million the first week of next month. Then
Yeah.
you pay the balance end of the month.
I paid the balance the upper month
When did they rent the
because
place?
because they pay me my salary
Eh?
here is 600
Uh-huh. So
ma
let them understand the stand of your husband so that they will not go and be doing anything there.
ma.
uh That he wants to take his shop, insists he wants to take his shop, and human rights also have explained to you his legal ground on the shop and all that. Hence, is willing to refund their full money without any this thing between now and upper month. That is September, October. Yes. By
Yeah,
October ending, they will get
October
their
ending, ma.
money
Yes,
full returned, and they
yes, ma.
can go and rent another shop or any other place.
Yes, ma.
And
Ma,
please note, yes,
yeah, because because my salary is 800,000 naira, 800,000 naira in
see,
Nigerian money. So when I pay
oga,
600, I should
oga,
have like 200 for my family.
oga, nobody is asking you how much is your salary. Have
Yeah.
reservation. You are blaming your wife and you still want to say, do we
No,
need
no,
to know your, we
I'm trying
don't
to be
need
just.
to, sir.
I'm trying to
We
be
don't
just.
need to. We
I'm trying to
don't
be
need
just.
to.
Let
Oga,
it not be that
calm
I'm
down.
standing on the person's
Want
money.
to be see, calm down, calm down. It's not necessary. You don't owe anybody explanation how much you are earning or you are giving you free. If person borrow you the money, send it to us. If they dash you, send it. If na salary you dey collect, if you collect the salary, send it to us. And we are not interested in, even if you are paying 100,000, 200,000, provided the total amount of money ends by October, September, October ending, fine. You don't, not even this office, you don't owe anybody explanation of how much you are earning there or not.
Okay, man.
Yeah. And you please try and send, while we're talking that, try and send them money.
Okay.
Now Mr. Danfo say, if you want to, what women do like na money. If you wake up in the morning, give am money. In the afternoon, give am money. At night, give am money. At any given time, give am money. So send money to your wife so that she can give you a ringing tone. You can have a ringing tone on her phone. Hence, you are not sending money, you want to be claiming right. Sorry, that your right, you will claim it until Jesus come.
Okay, ma. Please ask her. So why is she hiding her face? As if I'm
Are you not
toasting
seeing?
her. As if I'm toasting her.
God mercy.
As
Have
if
a
I'm
nice
toasting
day.
her.
If you want to,
Yes.
you are on WhatsApp, abi, call your wife for WhatsApp. Say, why are you hiding your face? You are missing this pretty
As if I'm
girl,
toasting her.
and ego will not allow you to communicate with your wife because, sorry, yeah,
Okay,
that's
thank you, ma.
not small, eh?
Thank you, ma.
Me and you will talk behind camera. Yeah. Mm. Just calm down for this man. We are going to deal with him. I'll hand over you to chairman. Chairman will handle you in that your Belgium. Is it Belgium or Denmark? That your Denmark that you are chopping okporoko there without even thinking whether people are here. I will send your number to my husband. He will deal with you over there. If this lady complain
Okay.
about you again, you are in
Uh,
trouble with me.
please, please. I want you to like do a little bit training on her, please.
They
Because
will tell
this
you, they
wife.
will send you the cost of her training. The secretary will send you. what it costs for us to train your wife and talk to her. Not training, she have her training, just to advise her a better advice. And you also need it. When we need you, we are going to talk to you
Yeah.
at also.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
secretary is going to communicate with you, send the money to the account, then we are going to take the counselors and tell her when the counselors will be here to counsel her. Okay, thank you. Have a
Okay, man. Thank
wonderful
you,
day.
man.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Ah, that's it. Calm down, okay? You have suffered so much, eh? So
Exactly.
this should be the time you enjoy the fruit of your labor, eh? So don't let any all those little things throw you out of your house, okay? I'll talk to you outside camera. Mm, sorry. Listen to BC, eh? God of mercy. No, BC, let's take you off from my camera. All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For other useful information, you can visit our website on www.hrbac.org.ng. God bless every one of you. Thank you, Magdalene, and every one of you. God bless you. Talk to you and see you tomorrow. Oh my goodness.